Hello.
Hello, Ben.
Yes, we're back.
Yes, we are.
Yes,
Oof.
we're talking about another cult classic gay musical, which is
Yes,
an interesting coincidence. Yes,
it
this
is a
we're
coincidence.
talking
Or was
about
it planned?
we're talking about a 1994 film, Priscilla, Queen of the, or well, The Adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert.
Yes, make sure you get the title right on the
Yeah.
video.
Opening statements. So-
I didn't know an awful lot going into this. I knew some of the cast, what we talked about last week, and I don't really know what to think or expect. So,
Okay. Well,
yeah,
we'll see. I I still really like this movie. Uh,
yeah,
there's some problems, some things that haven't aged particularly well in
yep.
some places, but I think are probably reasonable for the time. I guess we'll get into that. Um,
I think it's worth saying at this stage that there is some language used in this film which is not acceptable now, and if by any chance we use those words as part of our discussion, it is representative of the film and not representative of our views.
yes, but
Yes.
I still think it's good. I like the costumes. The music's great. Characters are great. The landscape is great. I really like it. I still really like this movie.
Cool.
So should we jump in?
Yep.
Well, we open with our main character, a chap called Tick, who performs as a drag queen called
Hmm.
Mitzi Del
Yep.
Bra, in Sydney,
Yeah.
and he's singing the song. Well, she's singing the song. I've never been to me.
Uh, Lip syncing to the
Lips,
song.
yes, lip sync, performing to the song. I've never been to me. Which,
It's one of the. It's a point they make later on is that they don't actually sing it; they just mouth the words
yeah,
to
yeah,
other
yeah.
people's songs. So
It's a song I like, but it's got a terrible message, which is
I've never
based.
really paid
Well,
much attention to
well,
it.
the message of the song is basically I've done all these fantastic things, but I've never had a family or settled down. So you're the real winner, little housewife.
Oh,
I don't really care for, but yes,
that's fair enough. Yeah.
and
But Tick is played by Hugo Weaving.
yes,
So
yes,
yes.
and he's also performing alongside Adam, who
Hmm.
is Guy Pearce, um,
Also, performs as Felicia.
Felicia Jolly Goodfellow. Um,
Okay. Yeah.
yes.
Hmm.
And the crowd isn't, then they're not getting a real buzz. Some people are into it, and then some people are like chucking empty beer cans. One hits Tick in the back of the head. So it's not growing great. But then he gets a phone call,
Hmm.
and from a woman. I think at this point we get a cutaway, sort of
Yep.
flashback to some doctors, a doctor and some nurses walking through a hospital, through to
Hmm.
an emergency ward, and there's Tig dressed in ostentatious drag as a chandelier with a cigar in the hospital, and it's just a bit of an awkward moment for everybody involved. The call is from his estranged wife, called Marion, who
Yep.
is the manager of a hotel, and she's wondering if he wants to come down and perform for a bit. So he
In Alice
Alice
Springs,
Springs, which is right in the middle of the country.
it is a 4 week show,
Yeah.
2 shows a night, accommodation included.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
He goes for a walk.
I made a note about it.
Yeah. He goes for a walk to think about it, think it through, and ends up calling someone he knows, a trans woman called Bernadette.
Yes, as played by Terence Stamp,
Yes. And
which is in and of itself problematic casting by modern day standards.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because realistically, if you are casting a trans person, it is best. So if you're casting a trans character, it is best to cast them as a trans person who is
Mm.
more likely to properly be able to represent the experiences of that person. But this was 94. I'm not going to bang on too much about that kind of thing.
Yeah, and he does a great job. And
It does,
I think
yeah.
he took it seriously, the whole
Yeah.
thing.
Based on our experiences as non-trans people, as cis males, we believe that he has done a good job.
All right, I don't think you need to put quite so much
Well,
clarification
no,
on
because
that. I think.
I just want to. The last thing we want is for us to be. Well, it's not. It'd be nice to get the engagement, but like if we get cancelled because it turns out that there's a glaring issue that we as cis males are not aware of because we're not trans males or whatever, then I'm just covering our bases.
All right, calm down. Put your fucking knickers back on.
Told you
Yes.
you never were off.
So, lucky guess. Yeah, he's talking to Bernadette, and he sort of senses something's off. And Bernadette announces that Trumpet has died.
Yes.
And we cut to the funeral of Trumpet, who was Bernadette's partner.
I thought the
Uh,
trumpet was meant to be in the coffin, not on the coffin.
well, yeah, yes, there is a trumpet on the coffin. We don't
Yeah.
find out an awful lot about him, other than the fact he was 25 and just sort of into trans women. And
Yep.
Bernadette likely just sort of, well, said it herself, it's better than nothing. And he died
Yeah. There's.
because he
Sorry, go on.
asphyxiated on peroxide hair dye fumes.
Yes. Yeah. So there's a tick seems to think that it slipped in the bathroom, but no, it was an asphyxiation.
Yeah.
So yes. Tick's gonna go to Alice Springs, and as a sort of distraction and help out situation, Bernadette's gonna go as well.
Well, yes, yeah, he
And not
offered
just
it.
Bernadette.
Yeah, yeah, yes. Bernadette says, "Oh, I hope the desert is big enough for the two of us." And Tick has to reveal that we're bringing Adam along with us because he's a great performer.
Now do it in Australian.
No, no, and yeah,
Not gonna try,
but
coward.
Bernadette says yes, he's always performing 24/7, and yeah, Adam is one of those gay guys who's just always fucking on and a bit
Yeah.
and very obnoxious and very annoying, but it makes sense.
Oh, I sure hope that doesn't cause some problems later.
We'll get to that.
I know.
Uh,
It's foreshadowing then.
I know, and
So how are they going to get to Alice Springs from all the way in Sydney? It
well,
was Sydney, wasn't it?
yes, well,
Yeah.
Tick reveals that he's bought a bus from some
Oh my
Norwegian
god.
fellows.
Yes,
Um,
Lars, and Lars.
yes, and he got the money because he like got his mum to give him some because apparently his mum's got a bit of money, and
It was one of those. Oh, maybe a trip through the desert will help me get over this phase.
we'll find a nice country girl and settle down.
Yeah. My note here was enter Priscilla stage right.
Yes, they
Um,
christened the bus Priscilla, Queen of the Desert,
yes,
and
and
off they go.
to the wonderful tune of Go West.
Yes, and
Yes,
they pass
very
by.
catchy tune.
Yeah, they pass by a woman who's about to set off to do the coast to coast run.
Hmm.
I guess running from one side of Australia to the other, and she will
Yeah,
pop up from time to time.
yeah,
Um,
rude bitch,
yeah, so off they go.
singing along, having
Yeah,
their songs, and
and
again, some of the language that is used
yes, they use the T slur
not ideal.
for trans women, which
Yes,
I think is just an indication of
and the
like
F slur as well at times, and
I think that's just an indicate. Well, I suppose gay people have every right to use the F word, but I think it's just an indication of where the community was in those days. You know that there's sort of casual bitchy transphobia as part of that playful transphobia. Um, so yeah, that sort of plays into it, and Adam dead names Bernadette every now and then.
yeah, for a gay man,
Yeah,
he is not overly trans friendly. I thought.
well, no, no, it's there is transphobia in the gay community, and yeah, the film sort of casts a bit of a light on that. That it's not some unified group, as people don't take it seriously, and Adam clearly doesn't have a great deal of respect for a lot of aspects of Bernadette's life. Um,
Yeah, but I suppose there is a mutual dislike there. So
yes, yes, the whole
you know,
the trio is it's very much the id, ego, super ego trio thing. Spock, McCoy, and Bo and Kirk. Like you got Bernadette,
as
who's
if he's the one you said last.
yeah, yes, Bernadette's the very serious, grounded, mature one.
Mm.
Adam's the sort of crazy, obnoxious one, and then Tick sort of in the middle as the normal person. Um, so off they go, and there's some conversation between the two of them, and they stop in a town and check into some hotel which has a lot of garish murals on the wall.
It's not very.
It's worth
Well,
noting.
I wouldn't want to stay there.
It's worth noting that as a result of a bet over a game of Snap, because Tig has revealed Marion is his wife, and this is certainly pissed off Adam, and they have play a game of Snap. And the bet is that if Adam wins, they'll dress up as drag in the town, and if Tick wins, Adam will never mention his wife to his face ever again. And Adam wins, so off they go, walking through the town, and the reaction is sort of, curious and friendly enough. It's a curiosity, it's a novelty, really.
Yeah, Bernadette was the only one that was dressed sensibly.
Yes,
I would say,
yes.
personally.
So they check into this hotel. It's a bit of a dump, and they end up going out for the night.
Well, they were going to defraud the owner.
Yeah, that was quick. It's another example of Bernadette being the knowledge of the worldly one, because she tells them about this trick because there's a mini bar in the hotel room, and she's like, "Well, what you do, you drink the gin, and you fill it up with water, and with the whiskey, well, we can use the complimentary tea bags to do something with that." It's like, yeah, they stole, and she knows it because she's been about.
Oh yeah. They go to a bar, don't they?
Yeah.
We get that cliche walk into a bar, everyone goes quiet moment.
Yes.
And I use cliche in its literal meaning here. It is one of those things that you just expect it to have happen. It's not a dig at the film. It's
Yeah. It's yeah.
And naturally, someone gets a bit arsey because there's always someone who gets a bit arsey, isn't there?
Bloody Shirl. Yeah. He's a typical Aussie Sheila.
Yeah.
Short and fat and butch.
Yeah. It reminded me. Have you ever seen Orange Is the New Black?
No bits.
But it reminded me of one of them from that, and I can't remember. I think it was Boo from that, who is built similarly, and yeah, it just reminded me of them.
Shirl takes umbrage with them being in the bar, and Bernadette tries to ignore and just carries on ordering. Shirl's not having any of it. Says, "We've got nothing for you lot here." Bernadette replies, "Why don't you light your tampon on fire and blow your box apart, because it's the only bang you're ever going to get."
And everyone laughs.
Yes, it's the classic moment when we've won over the crowd by insulting the woman. Top tip, listeners: if you're ever in an awkward situation like that, insult a woman. It'll always get you out of it.
Yeah, one of two ways.
Yeah. And before you know it, they're all.
I suppose it depends on who the audience is. If it's all women, don't do it. If there's some men in there, you're probably okay, but don't do it anyway, people, because it's not nice.
So
Ben's being silly.
Yes, I am. For God's sake, we're not going to get sued. So they all get drunk. They're all having a lovely time, and
Bernadette has a drinking contest with
Shirl, beats her.
Wins, yeah.
Adam's sort of singing on stage.
Keeps calling Bernadette Ralph.
Yeah. And Tick is trying to sell this sort of Avon beauty product shit that he does on the side. It doesn't seem to be going anywhere. But yeah, and as you rightly say, Adam calls Bernadette Ralph again.
Yeah, he keeps doing it.
Yeah. They go back home, or back to the hotel, and Bernadette sort of slaps the shit out of Adam because she's pissed off. And good for her.
That damn straight.
Yeah. Well,
yeah. Naaman is not on.
Yeah.
With the exception of Twitter.
Yeah. So that night was good. and you might be forgiven for thinking this is sort of town where they might be, welcomed or tolerated, to a larger extent than you'd expect. Next morning,
Oh,
they get up, go outside, and what's been crudely painted on the bus?
the words "AIDS fuckers go home."
AIDS fuckers go home,
Yeah.
and they're all clearly shocked.
Mm.
Um, Tick mentions
And
that no matter how many times he goes through this, it still hurts.
yeah.
And they do stop off and pick up some paint, and off they go.
And they get to a point where, well, the next note I've got is that they've got a choice, haven't they, as to whether they go one way or another.
Yeah.
And one's a main road,
Uh,
and one is through the desert,
uh,
and they opt to take the shortcut.
yes.
It's always risky, isn't it, taking the shortcuts?
Yeah.
I having this being the first time I've ever seen this film, the words "the shortcut" in my notes are in quotation marks, because that's you just know the shortcut is always the long way,
Yeah.
and maybe but of course it's not necessarily about the reaching the destination.
It's about
Sometimes it's about the
the
journey you
journey.
have along the way.
It's worth no.
Maybe maybe the drive to Alice Springs was the friends we made along the way.
Yeah. Um, it's worth noting there are lots of little things we're probably missing here because there's a lot of shit that just happens in the bus. Like Adam performs an opera piece on top of the bus with a long trail of. It looks like sort of tinfoily type stuff, which is impressive. There's other stuff where they're talking about Adam's childhood and things like that,
Yeah,
and
that wasn't
whatnot.
a pleasant scene.
No, I thought that might be the thing that. Yeah, I am sorry about that.
That's okay.
So yes, they go through the desert, and what do you know? They break down,
Yes.
which is
Oh,
great.
I'm sorry. Just before,
Oh,
when they decided to take the shortcut, the cross-continent walker woman
she does, yeah.
she was right behind them in the down the main road.
Yes,
So she's managed to catch up with them. She's making some bloody pace, isn't she?
she is.
You know,
Yeah,
in fact, this is like day 2 or 3 or something. Well,
yeah.
no, day 2's when they check into the hotel. So this is at least day 3, and they're driving, and she's managed to,
She's
you know,
cheating. That's what she's doing. She's fucking cheating.
yeah, maybe. But yeah, they break down. They're in the middle of nowhere.
Yep.
What on earth are they going to do,
Yeah.
Ben?
Well, Bernadette's pissed off and doesn't really like Adam, so she's like, "Okay, fuck it. I'm just gonna go. I'll be back in a few hours with some help." Which is instantly a terrible, terrible decision. I'm gonna
Yep.
walk through the outback,
Yep.
see if I can find someone. I don't know. We have no idea where we are. We have no idea where the closest place is. I'm just gonna pick a direction and go.
What if she'd ran into a dingo?
What if she'd found someone? How does she know where she started?
Well, yeah, there is that.
You know, I sort of wonder whether at that point she didn't really care if she died.
Probably.
She was just
I mean,
like,
you gotta remember, but in morning, sort of,
yeah, she's in mourning. She's old. She's tired of this shit. She's just like, fuck it. I don't
of
care.
of the belief of the belief that probably won't find someone else
Yeah,
because Trumpet was just just one of those people who had a thing for transsexuals,
yeah.
and it wasn't perfect, but it was just a sort of
It
arrangement
was
that just
something.
worked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas
Um.
you know.
mm,
So yeah, I'm willing to accept
Yeah.
completely that Bernadette was not expecting to survive that
Yeah.
and didn't care.
Yeah. Adam paints the bus. Paints Priscilla lavender.
Yeah, it's described as purple, to which
Yeah.
he expresses that it's lavender, and I feel like it came out more pink.
Yeah. It's sort of a pinky purpley lavender type thing.
Yeah. Oh, like a lavender marriage, maybe.
Yes.
Oh, I wonder if there's something in that.
Probably not.
No,
Um.
probably not.
And Tick decides, well, I'm going to rehearse a bit.
Yeah, might as well.
He does. Um, and wouldn't you fucking know it, Bernadette actually stumbles upon some people.
Yeah.
There's a couple of old Aussie. There's an old Australian farming couple with a dead
Mhm.
kangaroo in the back of their pickup truck, and she gets in and she manages to take them back to the bus,
Mhm.
and they take one look at Tick, who at this point is dressed in sort of a lime green drag outfit, and they fucking floor it and drive off and leave it to die.
Yeah, Yeah, that's a bit shitty of him, isn't it?
It's horrible. It's fucking awful.
Yeah.
Um,
And
there-
they do all draw attention to the fact that this is probably because of
yeah,
what Tig is wearing.
yes, green is
Tig
not
is
your
always the
color.
reason for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So back to square one. What do we do now? Well, might as well do some rehearsals. So they're doing their, isn't they doing the Mamma Mia rehearsal or something?
I don't know because Bernadette's really, really opposed to ABBA,
Bernadette
so
doesn't like
probably not.
fucking ABBA, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're doing rehearsals for something, and
Yeah.
they all do a spin and come face to face with an Aboriginal guy.
Good God.
Yeah, who's just like,
He's
well,
really into it.
nice night for it. Yeah, he's kind of intrigued,
Yeah.
and he takes them to a corroboree,
Yes.
which is like a celebration. According to Wikipedia, like a festival celebration gathering party type thing.
Mm.
And they come in and they sit there, and there's some guys, strumming guitars and whatnot, and they finish their song, and Tick's like, well, guess it's our turn. And
Yeah. And so they do a routine, don't they?
yes, to I Will Survive. And
Yeah, and everyone's. Well, yeah, that's what they were practicing.
yeah, 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 I
Yeah.
guess it was, yeah.
So everyone's into it,
Yeah,
especially that one guy who then promptly dresses up and joins in.
yeah. And
You know.
I really love this scene. It's the best scene in the film. It's two communities who are sort of outcasts in Australian society, certainly at the time, sort of coming together and socializing and accepting each other, and the mix of two cultures, because you get some didgeridoo playing and some Aboriginal chanting sort of stuff mixed in with it, and it's just great. I love that scene. Um,
I thought maybe they had a thing for Hugo, not Hugo. Yeah, Hugo's character,
uh,
Tig,
uh,
based on the look,
yeah,
the way they kept looking.
yeah, yeah.
But no, that was yeah, never mind.
Yeah. Well, they happen to know a mechanic,
Well, that's helpful.
so everybody's back at the bus, and I think I can't remember when they fix it up enough to get to Bob's house.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, they're up. Yeah, Bob is a sort of older guy. He's a mechanic, and he's taken a look at it, and he manages to sort of put it back together well enough. But they're probably going to need a new oil tank.
yeah. They might make it to Alice Springs. They need a new engine. I've got.
Yeah. Yes.
Driving the dirt road with low fuel has put dirt in the engine,
Yeah.
and that's fucked it up basically. If they'd stuck to the main road,
Yeah.
as is the way these things go.
It's worth noting, for all Bernadette's criticism of the decision, she approved of it at the time.
Yeah,
Just saying.
no, I mean, they collectively
Yeah.
agreed that's what
Yeah.
they were going to do.
Yeah.
Between them all,
And
they are all responsible for that decision.
Bob has a racist stereotype wife.
Yes, I did know that she's a bit of a stereotype.
This was a bit of a
Um,
controversy at the time. She's Filipino and
mm,
annoying, and like a mail order bride type situation. It's implied. We later find out it isn't, and that he just seems to have gotten drunk, and she married him.
Sort of entrapped into a marriage.
Yeah, because she thought he was from Sydney and her ticket out, and he lives in the back end of fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
Um,
And we also find out that she was a ping pong performer.
yeah, yes, yes, she's very keen to do her performance, and later on we see that the cupboard, Bob has clearly locked up the cupboard with all her
Yeah.
performance gear, and she manages to break it open, and all these ping pong balls fall out. It's like, oh shit. Um, but
Yeah.
but Bob's really intrigued because
Yeah, Bob's all up for them putting on a show.
yeah,
Not her, but the trio.
yeah, because he loves drag, and he mentions he saw, I can't remember what they Les Girls, which I guess is like I don't know, it's like the Blue Man Group but for drag, I guess, something like
Well,
that.
it's interesting because there's a Dire Straits song called "Lay Boys,"
Hmm.
which sounds very much like from the context of the song, it sounds like a sort of performance piece, a rather camp performance piece. Um, I quite enjoy the song. It's the last song on their Making Movies album. I recommend it if you
Well,
it's it's a bit Deutsche.
yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
like a yeah, it's basically implied in Universe to have been like this sort of drag act
Well,
thing.
was Bernadette not part of that?
Yeah, she was
Yes.
back in the
So
day.
yeah.
And Bob and Bernadette is sort of there's a little bit of a spark there,
Yep.
and Bob
Ooh,
suggests,
la
well,
la.
why don't you perform in the bar tonight? I'm sure they'd love it, and
Yep.
they're not convinced. Bob's like, no, it'll be great.
They've
So
got
off,
second thoughts
yeah,
as they're
yeah.
backstage, haven't they? I did note that he seemed quite woke. I'd mentioned at
He's
this point,
pretty
considering
laid back, yeah, yeah.
But no, the yeah, they're having second thoughts about the performance
Yes.
in the bar, but he convinces them to go for it anyway, and it falls flat.
Nobody gives a shit.
Not a single person.
Bob is literally the only guy into the
Yep.
everybody else is
But
like,
then, of
oh.
course,
Then the real act
someone.
shows up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, Nelly. Would you ever watch a ping pong performance?
No.
Why not?
Well, it's there's not an awful lot to it, is there?
Well, I don't know.
There's not. I mean, it's sort of how you sell it, I guess. You got to mix it in with other stuff, but it's. I'm not that intrigued, and I don't think the clientele that would go and see that would make very good audience members for me. Would you?
You know, I think I would be intrigued enough to watch it once or twice.
Okay. Just in case you
Like,
missed something the first.
I'm a firm believer. If you're going to try something, you should try it twice.
Okay. Well, that's. Hmm. But yes, Bob's
No, because
wife.
like the first time you try something, there might be extenuating circumstances as to why you really like it or really don't like it. And do you know why I have this belief? What specific circumstances have provided this?
Why?
Marmite and anchovies.
Right.
First
But
time I had Marmite, fucking loved it. First time I had anchovies, fucking loved it. Tried it second time, didn't enjoy it.
no.
You know, sometimes you have to try things more than once. You have to give it the good old college try rather than, you know.
Well, yes, Bob's wife Cynthia shows up and does her ping
Yes,
pong
looking
act.
good.
Yeah,
She's an attractive woman.
the audience are loving it.
You know,
She clearly knows her act. She's
damn
shooting
straight,
them pretty fucking far across the room.
damn straight.
The trio are appalled, apart from Adam, who's like finding the whole thing hysterical, and eventually Bob just grabs her and off they go
Yep.
back home. And
Next thing we see is the next morning, and
she's leaving,
she's leaving him.
which yeah, all right, fair enough.
I mean, the fact it's taken this long,
Yeah, yeah.
you know.
Yeah, both of them are better off without the other, frankly.
Yeah.
um, Bob now has, well, he's fixed it up, and off they go, and then it breaks down again.
Yeah.
Bob's like, well, okay, I'll come with you. There's this town not too far away, Cuba Petty. We should be able to get something there. I'll go with you there.
I do feel like some of these place names are a bit weird, aren't they, in
It
Australia? I
yeah
know we've got some weird ones as well, like I don't know, Wet Wang,
yeah.
but you know, it's weird names.
Business
I'll be
coffin or
curious to
something.
know what I'd be curious to know what the reasoning behind some of these
Mm.
names were, but not curious enough to look it up. Mhm.
Well, when they get there, Bob sort of warns them that this is a pretty rough, simple sort of place. The guys they get up, they go to work in the mines, they blow shit up for a few hours, and then they come home. Don't best lay low.
Yep.
So Adam's in the hotel room watching TV and
Is
decide
Adam is given the ultimatum: either goes to dinner with the other two
yeah
or stays in the hotel room watching TV. He's
yeah
given that specific situation and presumably opts for TV
yeah
based on the fact that he's not at dinner with the others.
yeah not for long though because we see him eyeing up some pills.
Oh no!
And he's in drag and he goes to a video store and he asks for the Texas Chainsaw Mascara, much to the
Yep.
amusement of the guy behind the counter. Meanwhile, as you said, Bernadette and Tick are at dinner and just having a chat, talking about kids.
Mm.
and Bernadette has learned not to think about it, and Dick is sort of thinking quite a lot about it, and yeah, then Adam ends up at this sort of outdoor kangaroo roast.
Where Bob is,
Where
but
Bob is. Bob has mentioned he's meeting up with a few army buddies for a drink. Um, and Adam, being Adam, is, you know, flirting and being obnoxious. And the guy he's talking to seems to think he's a woman
yeah,
because he's
only
drunk and
until
he's
sees the arms.
yeah he's drunk and stupid, and then he sees hair on the muscular arms,
Mm.
and it's like, you're wait a minute, you're not a lady.
It's worth noting, people at home listening to this, if you still are, women do have hair.
Yeah, they do, all over their
You know,
face.
I know women with notable facial hair. I know women with leg hair, arm hair, armpit hair. Some of them,
Yeah,
you know,
mustaches.
women are hairy. It is just,
Yeah,
you know,
they
and
are.
it takes a lot of work for them to not be.
Yeah,
And they're only really gonna want to do that if they're getting something out of it, like peace of mind, or if they're properly satisfied with how they feel when they're like that. Don't don't expect them to go through the effort just because you like it. You know.
yeah.
There we go.
So a chase ensues, and Adam's still sort of treating it as a big joke, like, "Oh, come and get me,
Yeah.
boys." And Bob's like,
Presumably still high at this point.
"Yeah," and Bob's like, "Oh fuck, I've got to sort this out."
Yeah.
And then they corner Adam there's a dead end. And it's like, all right, one at a time, and then he gets punched right in the face, and that sort of seems to bring it home to him that, oh shit, this is really bad.
Yeah.
And the guy says, right, hold his fucking legs apart, because presumably he's gonna kick him in the fucking balls for a while. And Adam's like begging them not to, and then Bob shows up and sort of diffuses it a little bit.
Hey, what doesn't one of them put a knife?
It's entirely possible. It's entirely
I've,
possible.
I've, I've
It's
got I've I've got a note that there's a knife in this,
yeah,
and so
yeah.
I don't know what they were intending to cut.
Well, they're gonna. He could well be killed. They might just cut his balls off. I don't know.
Well, I was I in my head I assumed that way this was going to go was if he's going to dress like a woman,
Yeah.
we'll remove his manhood. Was
Yes.
where I assumed it was going to go. But
Makes
obviously,
complete sense.
we don't know for sure,
Uh,
and I'd rather not find out for sure. To be honest with you.
well, yeah. Then Bernadette shows up, and the guy sort of um, he's like, "Oh, go on, Bernadette, fuck me." So she walks up and knees him in the balls and says, "Consider yourself fucked," or something like that.
Yeah.
And they go back to the hotel room, and Adam is getting ripped into by Tig. He's like, "You took drugs, and you fucking what the fuck were you thinking?" And then he fucks off. And we get a great little scene between Bernadette and Adam, which sort of demonstrates the real difference between the two of them because they're both from very different generations of queerhood. Because Adam has come of age at a time when it's not like the world is incredibly progressive in 1994, but there are safe spaces. Sydney has a gay community there. He's never really had to deal with this before on this level, but that's just basically been Bernadette's life.
Yeah.
Adam's sort of new and coddled a bit, and doesn't understand just how much hate there is for him out there. Whereas Bernadette has known nothing else, and that's the main difference between them. Which is great, a great relationship, sort of background, I guess. You know, um,
Yeah. It's a bit of character building
yeah,
revelation, isn't it, for us all? And
yeah,
yeah.
and as they continue on their way, Bernadette and Bob grow a lot closer, and
Ooh la la.
well, yeah, and they sort of they sleep outside,
Yeah, they fall asleep talking the night before they
Yeah.
arrive in Alice.
But
Alice, where the fuck is Alice?
where'd she spring from?
Ah.
uh,
If I could be asked to do a highlights video for this, that would be in there.
thank you.
That little exchange there,
um,
silly little jokes we
yeah,
did.
yeah, um, yeah. Bernadette falls asleep on the cake, and
You can't have your cake and sleep on it.
people they're enjoying the fact Adam can't talk because he's been
Yes,
punched in the face and he's a little raw.
got the old
Um,
styly
yeah,
wrap around
yeah,
with bunny ears for it as well,
yeah.
and yeah,
Um, then they arrive at the hotel,
yes,
and in they go, and Tig talks to Marion.
they get on quite well, don't they?
Yeah, they get on very well. There's no hard feelings. It
There's
basically
there's every
just didn't
possibility.
work.
There's been a few years since they've interacted properly, from what
Yeah,
I gather,
yeah,
from how it's presented. It would be very easy for there to be no real sort of relationship there,
yeah.
but I mean, they are close
They're
still. They seem
friendly.
like they've never been. It seems like they've never not been together.
They're very. It's a very amicable separation. It
It really
seems.
is. But
Um,
it's implied that maybe it was not necessarily, because doesn't isn't there some reference to the fact that she's got a girlfriend?
yeah. Later on, Benji, who it's revealed at this point, Adam has a son called Benji, um, and much of the drama that Adam experiences is sort of, I guess, coming out to his son about what he does, and
Tick, not
can
Adam.
sorry, Tig, and whether he, the contrasting views of traditional masculinity and fatherhood with
Mm,
doing drag.
yeah,
But Benji has no issue. Benji is completely fine. He knows all about it. Um, Mum dated a woman for a while, but they broke up. He's fine. Marion has
yeah.
been very open with him, very
He's woke.
progressive. Yeah,
He's woke. Simple as that.
yeah. Of course, at this point, the others find out, and Bernadette promptly faints,
Hmm.
conking herself on the head,
Oh no.
looking like a Looney Tunes character hit her over the head with an anvil. Um,
Yes.
and then it's on with the show, and I'm a bit confused by this. Is it one show with multiple costume changes, or is this like a montage of various performances?
I honestly don't know.
I think it's a little confused. I don't think it can be either. My imp-
It's it, it I mean, you get people do quick changes that would be possible within the context of what we see.
mm,
I don't think it's likely,
I my
but it is
impression
possible.
my impression has always been this was a montage, but it's
I see.
also
I would
they also make
the fact
reference
that
to Benji being in bed, and
yeah,
I don't know. It's difficult. It's difficult.
it's awkward, isn't it? It's awkwardly. I mean, the performance is fine.
Oh yeah, it's a great performance. It's a fun performance.
Yeah.
They're doing the song
Although the audience didn't seem
finally.
overly
Sorry.
the audience didn't seem overly excited.
Nah, it's just nah. They don't care. Um, but Benji's seen and he's down with it, and we know Bob's into this, and Marion's pumping him
Yeah.
up as well, and they all go out for a day.
Well, when Tick realizes that Benji was watching, he
He
faints
yes,
as
everybody's
well.
fucking fainting and collapsing and getting punched in the face.
Well, it's all a bit camp, isn't it? Fainting.
Yeah.
Uh,
Have you never fainted?
no, I don't think so.
Mm,
But I'm camping other ways sometimes.
yeah,
I'll suck a dick, but I don't care.
yeah.
Which is
Um,
not really camp, is it? Actually, that's just anyway.
um,
Carry on.
that was camp. Yeah.
Okay.
So they go on a camping trip, ironically enough, and Tick and Benji sort of bond a bit. Um, Marion says, "Please take him with you to Sydney because I need a fucking break. I haven't had a holiday in 8 years. This is
Yeah.
killing me."
Yeah.
So
It's hard being a solo parent.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, Tig's going to do that, and they fulfill Adam's lifelong dream of climbing King's Canyon dressed in drag. Um,
Yeah, it's not much of a dream, really, is it?
well, it apparently was going to be Ayers Rock,
Yeah.
but there's restrictions on what you can and can't do. I don't think it was like a there's like filming things because it's a sacred place for the Aboriginal people.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, and
Either way, it's still not much of a dream to just climb this thing in drag.
yes, a cock in a frock on a rock, as Bernadette calls it.
Yes.
Um, and then we cut to them leaving the hotel, and it turns
Well,
out oh
we have a bit of an exchange, proper exchange between Tick and his son,
yeah
where it's evident that Benji knows more than Tick thinks he does,
yeah
and it's like he finds out about the ABBA show
yeah
that apparently he's not meant to know anything about,
yeah
and we find out that this won't have aged well. Tick says it's not just drag that he does. Sometimes he dresses up like Elvis and Gary Glitter.
oh yeah I remember that
um,
yeah
which obviously these days,
yeah that,
don't
that's
tell a child that you'll dress like Gary Glitter.
yeah that's the worst thing. Yeah, they also have a Jimmy
Yeah,
Savile puppet show. It's like oh Jesus.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
um yeah.
Anyway,
So it's
yeah.
time.
So yeah, we have while we're on the cliff edge, they say we're going to go home.
Yeah.
Let's finish. Let's get back and let's go home.
Yeah.
Basically, and so they do the rest of the 4 weeks as far as we're concerned.
Yeah.
At some point during this
Yeah.
exchange.
And off they go, and Adam says goodbye to the doorman, who presumably he's had a bit of a thing with. They're packing up, and they note that we haven't got everything. Where's all Bernadette's stuff? And Bernadette's like, I'm not going. I'm going to stay here for a while with Bob.
Ooh la la.
Yeah, Tick asks if she's sure, and she says no, but I'll never know unless I do it. So she's gonna stay there as sort of the interim entertainment manager for a bit, with Bob, and the others head off, but not before dead naming Bernadette again, which I really don't like. I wish they.
It's shit, isn't it?
It demonstrates absolutely no change on Adam's part whatsoever.
It had a potentially life threat.
Yeah. Yeah. I think they.
I'm very sympathetic towards Adam in that moment because he completely ignored the sound advice of a person who fucking knows the situation. It's not entirely Adam's fault, but he put himself in that situation, and you would think that would be a learning experience, and it does not appear to have been a learning experience.
It's
hard to sympathise.
I think if he had, in that moment, if he had called her Bernadette,
yes,
that
would be character.
That would demonstrate something, and he also gets the kid to do it too, which is a bit shitty.
It would demonstrate growth in something other than his pants.
Yeah, that's all I need really, and it would be, but it's just a horrible, mean little.
Because everyone else
moment from
grows
Adam
in some capacity.
Yeah,
Tick comes to terms with the fact that he doesn't have to be manly man to be a father.
Mm-hmm.
Bernadette comes to terms with the fact that there might be someone else out there for her, even if it isn't necessarily Bob. There is room to have that kind of relationship with someone.
Yeah.
And Adam just doesn't change it.
Doesn't quite, and all it needs is a word to be changed at the end.
Just one word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But off they go.
Well, I suppose if you've got a jar of Agnetta's shit.
Oh yeah, that's right.
With it. But if you've got a jar with Agnetta's shit in it, are you really going to grow as a person?
Yeah, that's right. Yes, he tell earlier on. Bernadette finds something, this little brown thing in a jar of like preservative. That's what it is. And
I think my door's about to go, so bear with us. You might have to ad-lib.
Okay. Well, he tells the story of how he went to see ABBA in concert. And he went to see Agneta or someone, like one of the main lady singers, and she nipped into a toilet cubicle, and he waited around, and then when she left, he dipped in and found she'd left him a gift. So he took it and he stored it in a jar, which which is quite something. Um, there might be something in that. Just that Adam loves Abba and Bernadette can't stand it. It's just another way to demonstrate their differences. Um, yeah, so we get Adam, Tick, and Benji in the bus, and they're singing along to Mamma Mia. Off they're going back home, and we cut to them in the club they opened in more great costumes. Lots of really great costumes in this film, especially in the hotel performances. Um, and they're singing Mamma Mia.
Here
And
we go again.
yes, he's back. Yeah, they're singing Mamma Mia
Yeah,
in
got
the
it.
club when they got back. And Benji's doing some light work, and they're all very, very happy. And that's the film. But we
We
do
get the
get,
credits roll,
yeah, and we get
and
a,
someone is performing "Save for Best for Last,"
yes, we
or
also
performing
get,
to "Save for Best for Last."
yeah, we also get a post-credit scene. I don't know whether you saw this. Uh,
Yeah, with the sex doll kite.
yes, earlier in the film, they made well, they took a sex doll, as you say, attached it to a kite, and dressed it in a dress that Tick's mum had given him.
Is that how Bernadette found them again?
It's it's how it's
Is it
how Tick
is it
found
that
them.
scene?
It's how Tick found them.
Oh, okay.
Because
That's
he
easier.
spotted because it's Bernadette and Adam with the kite, and Adam drops it and it goes off, and we see it's landed into bed.
What are the odds?
I know, and a monk gets it, so I'm sure that will be put to good use.
Yes. Where's the sequel? God damn it!
Well,
I
it's
want a Star Wars Star Expanded Universe where we find out what happened to the monk and the sex doll,
will we
but not in the same story.
well we are getting a sequel.
Are we?
Yes, there's a Priscilla Queen of the Desert 2.
Oh,
It
okay.
was the last thing that Terence Stamp filmed before he died.
Is this is this going to be set in Antarctica, which is a lesser known desert?
Yes, yes, you're
Okay.
right. It is. Yeah,
Good God, how
there.
did I guess this?
Yes, they lots of really uncomfortable homophobic abuse from penguins, which bit controversial.
Yeah, it's a bit.
So
Well,
that's the Adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. I few problems, but really good, really fun. I enjoy it. I enjoyed it a lot. What do you make of it?
like I said at the start, I didn't really know what to think going into it.
Yeah.
It's not a film that I can connect with on a personal level
Okay.
from my own personal experiences. And I was apprehensive knowing that, a little apprehensive knowing the vague subject matter and the era in which it was released.
Yeah.
But all that said, I actually really enjoyed this. I was
Oh.
really invested.
Oh.
I was interested in finding out what would come up next, how it was going to progress.
Yeah.
As you say, there were quite a few problematic moments
Yeah.
of the same sort of theme, most of them. Um,
I can sort of give it a pass for some of that because I think it's a representation of the queer community as it was then,
and
and
that's,
I
yeah,
think that's interesting for me to see. I think that this sort of because when they use the T slur, they don't mean it as a slur. It's more sort of it's hard to describe. It's more sort of affectionate than that. I still don't think they should be
do
using
you,
that word, but
are you suggesting it's in the same way as some of the black community use the N word?
a bit.
Like it's a sort of a reclaimed phrase,
Maybe
maybe.
it's sort of like when people used to refer to their friends as the R word,
Oh yes,
like that.
yes. You absolute Robert, you.
Yes. Well,
There's a few good lines in it as well.
mm,
I only actually wrote one of them down. I thought I'd written a few of them down, but
mm,
one that stuck with me was "You sound like two fat slags at a pie bake off."
yes.
From really early on.
Yeah.
I quite enjoyed the delivery of that.
Mm,
Um, there's some really good moments. There's some iffy moments.
yeah.
There's a few unpleasant ones,
Yes.
but it's a solid film.
Yeah. It I remember looking at the time at one point. and thinking, how much more of this is left? And I was like 40 minutes in, and there was an hour left. But there's always stuff that comes up to keep your interest. You
Mm.
know, I never felt bored watching this. Yeah, it's just a fun film, and I really really like it. So yes, and I'm glad you do too.
Yeah, you seemed a bit surprised.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
so go on then. What's our third gay cult classic musical?
Well, this time, actually, if we're going to go with something that's a little bit gay,
Okay.
I have got something, but it's not actually that gay, but maybe it is.
Okay.
Um, I was gonna get you to pick a number, but I'll do it.
Okay.
We're gonna go with 1993's The Three Musketeers.
Oh. Okay.
Starring Kiefer Sutherland,
Yeah.
I think Charlie Sheen,
Tim Curry's in it, isn't he?
Tim Curry, isn't it?
As
Yes.
Cardinal Richelieu or something.
Yeah. Um, so yeah, that's what we're gonna go with this time.
Yeah, it sounds
Um,
like it could be a fun adventure film.
yeah, we've got Oliver Platt and Chris O'Donnell in it as
Yeah.
well.
It's
Um,
a fun live action Disney adventure film.
yeah, and it is on Disney Plus, so yeah, we don't have to piss about
Yeah.
too much for that.
Yeah. Well.
And I won't spend too much time thinking about how problematic the original story is. So
Yeah.
lovely.
Written by a black
Anyway,
guy, so
yes. Mm.
his fault.
Oh yeah, the issues in the original story aren't racism related. I'll
No,
tell you that.
it's just is it women are whores?
There's a in the original story, a man rapes a woman and then she gets killed later
Well,
on in the story because of her revenge.
okay.
It's
Oh yeah,
we talked about it before. It's a very.
yeah.
It really put me off some of it, but I know that
She
doesn't happen in the film. So
yeah, she gets revenge, and then the musketeers hand her over to be executed or something.
yeah, something like that. Paul McGann's in it as well,
Yes, I'm on the Wikipedia
and Mila
page,
Jovovich. So
and
anyway,
yeah, Herbert
yeah.
Fucks
You'd hope so.
as the innkeeper. Oh,
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hang on, you got Google open as well.
I'm on the Wikipedia page and just sort of
Oh,
checking it
okay.
out.
The Google thing he's doing a sort of I can't tell if that's a wave or a growl gesture of his hand.
What
Anyway, let's call it.
for Herbert Fucks?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, you see it.
Well, we'll hear more from old Herbie Fucks next time. Bye.
Any room at the inn? See ya.